tracks, take these half tracks, move them right up here, take these Panthers, and just charge on up and do some damage. Or charge on up on the left, where there's probably nothing. Ooh, we finally have some sneaky paratroopers over here, though. Let me go ahead and swap on back to Kgut. And somebody needs to cap some points here, because right now it looks like Kgut is bleeding out just because there's 1 point, and he controls all this stuff. So maybe he's just kind of flustered, thinking about what to do and how to win and all that, but always remember, cap your victory points. Victory points are how you win the game. You just gotta do that. Gotta do that. So yeah, this is bothering me a lot, actually. Just cap the victory point. He's capped pretty much everything else here. Cap this stuff. Always be capping. Capping is... Oh, here we go. Nice. Recoilless rifles on the paratroopers. And they're going to do some serious damage to this Ostwind. Come on, get one more shot. Recoilless rifle. Go! Boom! Nice shot. Launches everybody into orbit. Ooh, look at that ragdoll go. And it looks like just a little too late. The artillery half-tracks are moving in. And these guys all retreated. I don't think they needed to retreat. They could have just ran, probably. I don't know. But the riflemen coming in, tagging them in. Now the riflemen will surely... Oh, taking some damage here from these rocket trucks, these slow-falling bombs. Come on, riflemen, go for the victory point. That's what you need right now. Oh, no. I think he totally forgot. Meanwhile, Dog99 still has lots of good Panthers that just need to be out there. Panthers, I mean, they're pretty terrible against infantry, but, like, you know, they shoot. They do damage. They're good. Hopefully this is another Ostwind. That's what I'd be getting if I were him. Yes, it is. It is an Ostwind. Alright, so Dog99 getting an Ostwind. Not disappointing. Bombing run coming back on cooldown. We still have airborne paradrops. You know, floating a little bit of money. I think he should just kind of make up his mind what he wants. Honestly, he wants AT guns because there's a lot of stuff out here, but I don't think he really knows too much about these Panthers just yet. I think he saw one and then just kind of hoped it went away and forgot about it. Here we go! Yay! Alright, our engineers are now capping this point, so happy to see that. Sherman tank looking mighty fine. And my god, look at this building, man. I'm surprised it's still standing. This is really fun, by the way. I don't know if you guys ever play with the camera angles, but you can see quite a lot. I'm guessing that there's an effective way to use this, but I would never want to play the game this way. Backspace, default camera. And we'll take a look over here at these paratroopers. Also, if you've never done it, you can click down here on cinematic mode and get this like default, like really zoomed in cinema. I just know there's nothing going on in the battlefield right now, so and it just kind of, you know, zooms around and kind of looks at a couple of different people every few seconds. We got the tank again. All right. Yep. All right, got another tank here repairing. Oh, we got a slight rotation on the camera. Okay, getting distracted. Backspace. Gonna zoom back out and take a look and see what's going on. Riflemen doing their thing. Oh, and it looks like the paratroopers were able to, the airborne, were able to cap this point in spite of being rocketed a little bit. So, unfortunately, Dog99 is just being way too passive here. You know, maybe he's AFK. Maybe he's just kind of waiting. I mean, he's definitely not AFK because he was launching rockets over there, and now he's fighting around. I think what's happening is he's probably just getting way too focused on one thing or the other. You know, you kind of think, oh, let me get my engineers way up here, and I'll build this, and then I'll, you know, and you get all into that, and you kind of forget, like, oh yeah, I have all these other units. So, classic mistake. You saw that, you know, Dog99 actually started off pretty nice, even though he, you know, had a kind of weird opening build order. I'd say kind of what's plagued him throughout this game on a small scale and a large scale is just kind of forgetting about his army and not really knowing what to go, because you can tell that this is just kind of chilling here. Let's see, how's he doing for money? Is he actually spending his money? Yeah, surprisingly, he's spending his money pretty well. Oh, you know what? He's using his manpower blitz, though. Probably using it a little too often, honestly, but we'll see. Firing some more rockets. Okay, big infantry push. Maybe gonna move these tanks finally. These tanks are picking up rust. Here we go. Using that to take out the cap points. Oh, really good hit right there. Oh, riflemen, be careful. You're standing in stuff. Okay, big infantry push coming out here. Gonna push this guys away. Hopefully recap that point. Meanwhile, dropping some more rockets on the paratroopers here. Oh, really big shot right there. And looks like a single paratrooper still left, and he's getting out of there. Every now and then when those rockets hit, they do a lot of damage. Looks like Kgut may have forgotten about these guys entirely. Oh, no, they're there. I see the flag going up. I forgot that I'm watching the Dog99 here. Dog99, oh, getting a parting shot at that last guy. By the way, if you're Germans, run around and pick these things up. It is awesome to be able to just kill a bunch of paratroopers and then pick up all of their little recoilless rifles that they leave lying on the ground. Super nice just to have, you know, at least a squad of guys with that. And Another airborne recon going over there. Is that a bombing run? Yes, it was! Oh, nice bombing run! Look at that. He did a little bit of scouting, and then he just went and bombed right away onto these guys. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, I like that. He lined that up perfectly. So, good job for Kgut on that one. So, a little pro tip there. If you're getting tired of being rocketed over and over and over again, use a recon plane and then use a bombing run. That's pretty good. I didn't even realize it looked like that first bombing run just took out the first truck just by itself. No problem. So, yeah, super duper effective against armor. Alright, so Ostwind Flak Panzer moving up. Had a lot of combat going here. I'm just going to speed it up a little bit here, just to kind of get through. Let's take a look and see. There's, you know, not too much combat going on at the moment here. Got some infantry just kind of doing their thing. There we go. Oh yes, we have a Panther moving up and doing some attacking. He's getting a single infantry kill. This poor gentleman here is the first victim of our Panthers. Now here we go. Okay, so what do we do with Panthers? Do we use them to take a strategic position, or do we charge them right into somebody's base? I think we're going to see the charging them right into somebody's base strategy, and this has been a common theme of other Newbie Tuesdays, is that players try to win big unnecessarily. This is a charge! This is how a StarCraft player would play, and this is not a bad idea if you were constantly producing this much stuff every build cycle, just to fly on in here and do damage, which is why if you've ever seen infantry attrition in effect, those guys play like StarCraft players, because that's exactly what they have. They charge on in, lose everything, and they have it all back by the time they're done. But these Panthers, completely ineffective, firing wildly at all sorts of different targets, being really distracted by the AT gun here. Infantry completely suppressed. This is just, you know, a suicide run. There is no way you were ever going to do anything to this kind of a base defense here. So really, he should probably just GG at this point, because that was an entire army, and it looks like he's not even going to get that much done. There's a single pack over here. Sherman tank maybe going to try and get the kill, but honestly, it's kind of anyone's game. Oh, and he wins the staring contest there, and takes out the remaining. Oh, it's going to crash. Oh, look at that, just kind of playing bumper here with this little half track. So yeah, let's take a look. What were his options right there? He could have, K99 could have pushed all the way up through here, kind of annihilated all this hedgerow, and just kind of crashed on into this area, destroyed some of these buildings, and capped this. Like, the important point is when you attack, you want to gain something that's going to win you the game. You don't want to just go into his base and win the game, because I think there's a fallacy about, like, oh good, I finally built all this stuff, now I'll go and attack him. But you kind of forget that, like, during the time that you built all that stuff, he built an equivalent bunch of stuff that's probably going to do something to the stuff that you built, and, you know, that sort of thing. So, always expect that your opponent is good. You know, if your opponent was just sitting around not building anything with, you know, 3,000 money in the bank, and you had some reason to believe that, then yeah, that would not be a terribly bad idea. Just taking a really close look here at our stew here. This is the howitzer tank. It's kind of cool. It's like a variant on a Stug. Really good against infantry. You can see 5+3. I guess the +3 is going to be the machine gunner on top of it. But, you know, pretty cool vehicle there. But, yeah, you know. So anyhow, infantry doing their thing. Looks like he's seeing some armor here. Oh, bombing run called in. Bombing run called in with the scout plane. Where's it going to go? Oh, and it looks like the Ostwind just barely gets out of there. Is the stew too close, too far away? Bombs, not hitting anything. Sorry, bombs. Bombs are fairly predictable. Do you notice the difference between those two blast patterns? Like there's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. They land really close to each other. Oh yeah, there we go. There's the stew. I love seeing this guy fire, because every time he fires, I get to see one of my favorite things in this game, which is the giant plume of dirt. Look at him just taking the front part of that truck off. I've said it over and over and over again, but whoever the person or persons at Relic were who coated the nice plumes of dirt and made them look so cool like that, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, from HarlequinCoHO. Meanwhile, the stew is just doing donuts here. Howitzer, not super effective against tanks. You can see it does make a nice little pretty explosion, but that's about it. I'm going to get some perspective on this fight here. Here we go. Sorry, I'm just playing around here now. Okay, so we got some rockets being called in. That's fine. Just kind of landing wherever. You know, He's just, you know, not moving too far enough away. So unfortunately, Mr. Stu has moved outside of his own minimum range, or outside of his own maximum range, but not outside of the Sherman tank's range. The Sherman tank, by the way, it looks like he does have the long barrel upgrade, so he's doing serious damage here. Actually, even killing those engineers. Meanwhile, a bunch of airborne paradrops guys coming on in and putting some pressure on the Ostwind. The tank getting the kill. Ooh, Vet 3 for killing that Stu. Not bad. Destroyed engine. Main gun destroyed. Look at this floppy little tiny gun here. And that whole thing is just slow motion out of control. Oh, God. If you guys have ever had a bunch of infantry walking around a slow motion out of control Ostwind, it's one of the worst things I've ever seen. Luckily, there's a little hedgerow there. But those things could keep firing for like 30 seconds or 2 minutes or, you know, it's really annoying because you can't kill it once they do that. Another Panther out here, and it looks like we're just going to have to bleed him out. And yes! Alright, I'm rooting for Kgut now. Kgut's got map control, and this is one of the cool things. Now, I know the matchmaking system isn't perfect yet. I think partially it's the algorithm might not be the most efficient thing, but honestly, matchmaking algorithms are pretty industry standard these days. There's like 2 or 3 main ways. The ELO version, and there's, you know, Microsoft team matchmaking algorithm that's out there that, you know, all pretty commonly used for different things. But I think it's more that just the beta pool is not sufficient enough to give accurate matches. But once the matchmaking goes, the newbie games are really fun. I think it's, you know, you see this a lot in StarCraft because there's a huge pool of players and the data to be mined on them and who to match against whom. Indirect object, I think, is really, really big, and therefore you get these great matches. And games between low-level players have a life of their own. There's still these big, long, epic games that are a real challenge for both player, even though maybe like a snobby high-level player would be like, oh, I can't believe he forgot to use that unit, you know, and that's true, but to some extent, it's also interesting to see that, yeah, but when both opponents are equally skilled, even if that level is low, you get these interesting games where you might even see a lot of weird strategies that would never work. So I'm always mindful of that, but we'll see where this goes from here. Finally killing this disconnected observation post back here, firing this tank point blank, and you can see all the riflemen huddling around it and then just like flopping away when then the explosion goes off. There they go, now they're capping it. But total map control now. Once again, the Panther tank just kind of maintaining watch over the fort. He's trying to make sure his base survives this encounter, I guess. Let's see, Krieg Barracks here, putting up something. Krieg Barracks maybe making an AT gun, I'd hope. Let's take a look at that, Dog99. And yes, queuing up AT guns. And in any game, by the way, queuing is a bad move. Always cancel. If you're queuing, do something else with your money, or wait, or I don't know. Maybe it's not the worst thing in Coho, because you tend not to get income as fast as you can spend it. But, or you tend not to be able to spend as fast as you get it. Whatever I said, whatever makes sense, that's what I meant. So, Sherman tanks setting up nicely. Manpower blitz. He's really abusing this manpower blitz. You know, not abusing it, but just kind of like makes me just kind of wonder why he's using it so much. But yeah, you know, I guess if you have it, use it. But the problem is that the manpower blitz is like a loan. You kind of have to pay it back in the future, anyways, because it does reduce your income for the next however long. But more Ostwinds are out. That's fine. Triple capped though, so he's running out very quickly, and I'm going to go ahead and maybe fast forward this, although now we got a tank coming up here. A little bit of a Vet 3 Sherman with a long barrel. Look at that guy rocking back and forth. He's kind of headbanging out there while he's taking some shots at this Ostwind. Doing his thing there, looking pretty good. So I am going to go ahead and speed this up just a little bit there. Whoa, 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 rockets landing. Oh my god, oh no! As soon as I speed it up, wrong move, oh no! So what happened there? Rockets happened there, Panther happened there, and I lost that Sherman. So sorry, Sherman. That's no good. But let's take a look and see. I don't think there's too much left to this game here. We're going to see a few last-ditch efforts to move on out. Let's see, we got the Ostwind charging up. Here we go. Ostwind doing some serious damage. Oh, wow. Wow, wow. No good at all. Oh, I hate it when they retreat like that, when they retreat in the opposite direction for a few minutes. Oh, come on, dude. Come on, dude. Hero of the Republic. Go, go, go. There he goes. He's out of there. Meanwhile, we just have a bunch of snipers just chilling out here, ready to kill anybody who tries to cap that. The tank sniper detection radius is really horrible, so that's fine. Yeah, so that's pretty good. So we're just kind of dropping out on the... Just kind of waiting for him to bleed on out here. Taking some time. Bleeding on out, bleeding on out. There we go. A few more rockets going off here. But in the end, I do believe all that's going to happen here is Kgut is going to win this by a landslide. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this short, just kind of save us the extra replay time so this doesn't go too long. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I am HarlequinCoHO. This is another Newbie Tuesday, and see you guys next time.